28 years ago, we lost one of my idols and heroes, Jim Henson. He died this day on May 16th, 1990. He was responsible for such wonderful characters as Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy Fozzie, all the characters from Sesame Street, Fraggle Rock, Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, as well as being the performer for Kermit, Ernie, Dr. Teeth, and the one that's said to be most like him, Wolf the dog, who I named a dog after when I was a little boy. This is going to be a hard video, and I apologize for any outbursts that come from it. Today I'm going to be talking about the 1990 special, The Muppets Celebrate Jim Henson. This show starts out innocently enough. Kermit is away and has asked Fozzie and the others to put on a tribute number for Jim Henson. The other Muppets don't know very much about him at all, really. So, there's various clips of his work and bits from his biography, and showing really how special they were, done by various celebrities: Ray Charles, Harry Belafonte, John Denver, and Carol Burnett. Each of them bringing some of the greatest things that Jim accomplished through his works for this special. It goes into all the aspects that make his works great. It goes into the technical aspects of it, where Steven Spielberg talks about some of his productions, especially Labyrinth and Dark Crystal, and their technological achievements. John Denver goes more on to the messages we've had about love, peace, as well as academic lessons and social ones from Sesame Street. Even the productions that I've still have yet to see, such as one rainforest one with a little frog, really do show so much within one clip, and this is what that special really does. It takes all the best highlights, puts them together to make a point. So many that can make you laugh, like when Kermit fired Miss Piggy, Bert and Ernie's little rhyming back and forth to Bert's annoyance, Fozzie struggling to sing I Got Rhythm, only for Rolf to correct it to I Don't Got Rhythm, to more of the heartwarming ones like Kermit standing up to Doc Hopper, Ernie singing I Don't Want to Live on the Moon, Kermit saying that he did promise someone that the dreams would come true. He promised himself from the Muppet movie. That was always such a passionate and emotional moment, and in this context it's even more so. There are many times that's easy to tear up in this one. One really emotional moment comes from Ray Charles talking a little bit about the song Being Green as Kermit starts to sing it, and then Ray Charles sings it with some of the Sesame Street monsters around the piano, and then clips of Jim with his various characters, or just going about and enjoying life, as well as the tribute that comes at the end, but I'll get to that when the time comes. None of the Muppets are really quite sure of who Jim is, but they're all excited to learn and seeing them interact. And there's a bit of nice meta humor here too, like with the people down there for the Muppeteers. And one thing that I really like is they mention the Muppeteers by name and they acknowledge them as puppets, but the illusion still isn't broken. It's impossible for it to happen. Now, most of us know, or all of us know, Then the rest of us are in denial that the Muppets are puppets, but we still believe them. We still believe in their power and personalities and how each one is so different, even when they're performed by various people. Nobody would compare Miss Fozzie and Miss Piggy or Kermit and Dr. Teeth. They have characters that are total opposites of each other for each performer, and we just believe them all. Now, the signature humor is still there. There's some really funny moments. Gonzo mishears Fozzie's request for a Viking number to be a Viking number. Gonzo suggests Whoopee Cushion as a guest star with his wife Joy. Fozzie shakes her hand and goes, "Ah!" Her maiden name was Buzzer. That's funny stuff there. And just so many clips of the classic comedy of Muppets that just put a smile onto any fan's face. Now, we're getting to the real heartbreaking parts with the letters from kids and other fans. Some of these are really upsetting. This is when the Muppets find out that their tribute is because of Jim's passing. And a lot of them are really, these letters, I can't even put it into words. Lines like from a 5-year-old that Jim will be watching the Muppets from heaven, and whenever a person is watching the Muppets, Jim will be with them. Out from the mouths of babes, as they say. Kids really do know these things. Other letters talk about his ability to make an impact of all his characters and getting people to go along with all the craziness that the Muppets entailed. But these letters make the Muppets worry, especially Fozzie, that maybe they aren't ready to put up with, to do this with all their silliness and whoopee cushions. It wouldn't quite be right for Jim Henson, but Robin believes it can be, and they sing a really heartwarming rendition of Just One Person that originally came from Snoopy the Musical, but the Muppets have used various times, not just for this, but for Sesame Street, as well as the Bernadette Peters episode of The Muppet Show, where Bernadette sings it to Robin after he feels little about himself. So it's a really nice thing that Robin is the one to lead the song this time, and obviously as Kermit's nephew, he was one that just would be the best to talk about this. And the youth mixed with the innocence make him a perfect candidate for this role. Kermit comes into this part and he talks about how he knew they could do the tribute to Jim and asks if they have anything funny planned too, which of course they did. And he says to the audience, thanking them for everything and watching their presentation, and to look out for more Muppet productions because that's what Jim would have wanted. This had Steve Whitmer's first time as Kermit, and a lot of people commented that it wasn't quite there yet. But I find this important for a few reasons, really. One, these people are family. It even says so specifically in the special itself. So it's quite understandable if Steve had too much emotion in his voice to be able to do it first Kermit, well, the first time, and also seeing how much he grew and got better at over the next 20 years. By a couple years in, he really got it for the Muppet Christmas Carol and Muppet Classic Theater, which I hope to talk about later. And that's another subject for another day. I don't want to ruin today's heartwarming message about Jim with my problems with other things. so I'm not going to get into that now. But yes, this special was just so perfect, and another memorial service had all the Muppets Muppet performers singing various songs that Jim used. Some of them were more fun ones, like Simon Smith and his amazing dancing bear, or Lydia the Tattooed Lady. Fun, catchy songs from the first 2 episodes of The Muppet Show. Then we got into deeper ones like It's in Every One of Us from the John Denver specials, and When the River Meets His Sea, which was previously used in Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas as the titular character's father's favorite song before his passing. So it's already a sad song in it, and just some lines like this. Like when a baby sleeps in his loving mother's arms, what a newborn baby sleeps is a mystery, but his life will find purpose when the river meets the sea. I don't remember all the lyrics, but just a beautiful song about life and death, and it's just perfect for gyms, and then finishing with just one person again, like they did in the other special. To conclude, this is a wonderful special that's equally heartwarming and fun, so it's a must for any Jim Henson fan. Jim really made an impact on my life. There are lots of times when I'm angry or sad or scared of something, when I'm having problems at home, or maybe a fight with a friend, and I put on a Muppet movie and everything just vanishes then. Or I even did projects on the Muppets before. A whole project on how I believe the Muppets have stayed true to themselves, talking about how they handle serious issues, especially Fraggle Rock and Sesame Street. How they just bring so much laughter and joy. And again, I named a dog after Ralph, so that also shows how important they are to me. I love them so much, I'm very much considering doing a bi-weekly segment on Henson highlights in between animated reviews, where I talk about Henson specials, episodes, and maybe some movies that I think really were special. And just how much that he's made an impact on the lives of many. All the lessons he's taught, all the laughter he's brought. Thanks again for watching, and please let me know how much he's impacted your lives, as well as the other Muppeteers. It doesn't even have to be completely from Jim's lifespan, but I would prefer it. And if you've seen this special, what are your thoughts on how it handled this subject and how it worked as a tribute to Jim? And if you want me to talk about any other particular Muppet projects, please leave those in the comments, as well as your animated movie review suggestions. Until then, thank you for watching, and remember, if just one person believes in you, deep enough and strong enough, believes in you, long enough and hard enough before you knew it, someone else would think, he can do it, I can do it, making it to all people who believe, deep enough and strong enough, believe in you, long enough and long enough, there's bound to be another person who believes in making it a threesome, making it 3 people can say believe in 3 whole people, why not four? Four whole people, why not more? And more, and more. And when all those people believe in you, deep enough and strong enough, believe in you, hard enough and long enough, it stands to reason that you yourself will start to see what everybody sees in you, and maybe even you.